Welcome everybody, it's Salomon. In this video we are going to be talking about the Monty zombie we see inside Revelations, inside the Kino area on the theater, where we see this play of Primis versus the Apothicons and this Monty zombie, which is really interesting because we do know this is Monty for sure, or at least some form as zombies, and it's because of what we see him wearing, mainly because of his clothes he's wearing, his fingerless gloves, and of course his red scarf. So what we're going to be talking about and theorizing is exactly why or how this could be the case, because it seems very unlikely that Monty was even around during this great battle, because should he be at the house and away from this great battle that happened in the past? So before I actually get into the theory, I want to actually give you guys some information to know where I'm coming from. So at the end of Revelations, we see our characters sent back in time into the medieval ages, and while they were there they did a couple things, and they built the staffs, which is a really important one, and they met up with the Mexican test subject or Pablo Marinus and the Dark King. Of course they also cleansed the sickness as far as the eye can see, and one of the other big things is they fought in the great battle against the zombies in the Apothicon, which of course we also see the Monty zombie there. So what I think exactly happened, and I've said this multiple times in my videos already, but when they originally built the staffs, because that's what the first thing they did, at least they could have done a couple things, but mainly that was the main thing they did, or one of the first main things they did while they were back in time. They built the staffs. And what were these staffs actually used for? So what I believe and what this theory says is that the staffs were never originally built to fight in any battle. They were never built to cleanse the sickness as far as the eye could see, as we see inside the Rise of the Darkest Cipher. But what they were originally used for, and we see this inside Origins, they were used to reach Agartha, or the Ether, which they decided to make the same thing. And what's in Agartha? The house with the children and Monty. Now why would they actually want to go to this place? They just left that area. Well, there's a couple of reasons which I could think that anybody could think of if they know the storyline, is that they actually found out Monty was a bad guy and didn't actually do too many good things, or they just don't like Monty for throwing him out of there in the first place, so they built the staffs to return there and to fight him, and that's what the staffs were originally made for. When what this theory says is that they actually succeeded at this, and when they succeeded at this, they did the same thing Maxis did to Richtophans in Maxis' side of the buried Easter egg. When they defeated Monty, he was actually casted out into a zombie's body. But when he was a zombie's body, it didn't all go to plan, because he still had some of his powers, and he used those powers to use the Apothicons to fight alongside him, or so the theory goes. And why this is even more likely is because we also see inside Agartha, we see a cipher, or maybe the paper scrap cipher from Pablo Marinus, where we actually see this may not be something the Primis characters actually anticipated when it actually happened, because we see this inside the scrap papers, and what it reads is that at one point it appears I am doomed, trapped in the tentacles of the great three-headed beast, when suddenly 4 knights decimated with magical staffs, saving me from certain death. There are other worldly creatures fighting alongside us against the demons. So as we see there, we actually see that the fighting between the Apothicons and the people, or the humans of that time, with his, of course, the Rise of the Dark King and Pablo Marinus. It doesn't matter if they're the same person, but either way, this fight was already happening, but the Primis character showed up saying, oh shoot, this didn't work as we thought, and then they went to go fight them, and that's what the great battle is. But that's about it for this theory, and if you guys did agree with this theory, or do you guys think there's any mistakes with it, anything like that, leave them all down in the comments. But if you guys did at least enjoy the video, go ahead and drop some thumbs up, and if you guys want to stay tuned for more content similar to this, go ahead and subscribe. But I'm going to go, and I will catch you guys on my next video.